with another video. Man, yeah, man. I came up here to give my takes about Money in the Bank on what I thought about the show, whatnot. So, first person hop on, man. Hit that like button for me, and I'll go ahead and get right to it. Well, first person hop on, I get right to it, but just hit the like button. All right, I see somebody watching. Whoever that is, bro, hit the like button for me. Hopefully, somebody who like wrestling. Hit the like button for me, whoever it is, and comment below who you are, so I know who you are. Well, I'll go ahead and start since somebody watching. I see somebody watching. Well, I want to give my takes on Money in the Bank. To me, it was an okay show in my book. Who I rooted for to win. Well, who I rooted for to win the women's Money in the Bank. Alexa Bliss was my top main pick. Alexa Bliss was my main pick, who I wanted to win women's Money in the Bank and become a two-time Money in the Bank winner. And Roxanne Perez was my backup pick. So unfortunately, neither of them won. But I tell you what, they was very impressive in that match. They was very impressive. They outdid themselves. Loved the move they did on Naomi and Stephanie Valkyrie. Stephanie Valkyrie is one of my favorites too, but she wasn't winning for sure. But she was just a new face in the match and whatnot, which she was supposed to have been in it. But Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan for the most part was very impressive in this match. Like they said, they both outdid themselves for sure. So the person to win Women's Money in the Bank was Naomi. Am I shocked Naomi won? Absolutely not. Am I upset that Naomi won? Absolutely not. Part of me felt like if Alexa Bliss or Roxanne Perez didn't pull it off, it was going to be Naomi. Anybody else I didn't see winning it. And I definitely didn't want Rhea Ripley to win. She would have been a terrible choice to win. No reason for her to win that briefcase at all by any means necessary. So I'm not a fan of Naomi whatnot, but I ain't got a problem with her winning the deep briefcase. I'm not a fan of Naomi, but I don't have a dislike for her. So she won the briefcase, so it is what it is. So be it. But I don't think Jade is going to let her cash in that briefcase. In a way, I kind of hope so, because I don't want to see her cash in on Tiffany Stratton. But if she does cash in on Tiffany Stratton, I understand. I understand. You know, she did mention that Tiffany Stratton stopped her from winning the title from Nia Jax, whatnot. So, like I said, if she does cashes in on Tiffany Stratton, then ain't too much I can say to that. Don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan of Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is one of my top favorite female wrestlers, just like Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan, including Italian Trish Stratus. She's right up there with those four. And that's why I don't want Naomi to cash in on Tiffany Stratton. But if it happens, man, then nothing I can say. Because people going to be like, well, Tiffany Stratton did start Naomi from winning a title from Nia Jax. Much as I hate to say it, that is true. So y'all hearing this from a Tiffany Stratton fan. Y'all is hearing me say this about y'all hearing me say this. Y'all is hearing me being completely honest. Y'all hearing me being honest, and I'm a Tiffany Stratton fan. Massive Tiffany Stratton fan. Hey, what's up? So I'm well aware of what's going to happen. Hopefully y'all hear that they're speaking to me watch wrestling. So I'm well aware of the outcome of it. So Naomi may cash in on Tiffany. But I hope Jade stops it. I hope Jade stops it. I see people be hating on Tiffany Stratton and shit, man. And what I find hilarious about that is the same ones that shit on Tiffany Stratton be the same ones to overhype Mercedes Moné when she is overrated. She has a cringe ass character. She has shitty promos, and she's not that good of a wrestler. Hey, Jamie, listen, Jamie Hayter carried her through that match at Double or Nothing. So this Tiffany Stratton hate is weird. I fucks with Tiffany Stratton, and I don't want to see Naomi cash in on her, but it may happen regardless, whether I want it to or not. But yeah, man. So Money in the Bank was okay. So Naomi won, and she put Tiffany Stratton on notice to remind her that she caused her not to win the title for Nia Jax. All right, that is true. Tiffany Stratton did do that, and I'm not a fan of Naomi, and I'm a massive fan of Tiffany Stratton, but I'm here to just be honest. So I still hope Naomi doesn't cash in on Tiffany. I hope Jay stops it. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? It could still happen whether I want it to or not. So Naomi got it. Naomi won. Naomi won. So what is y'all takes on Money in the Bank? What is y'all takes? Where does everyone take in the chat on Money in the Bank? What did y'all think of the show? Did y'all watch it? What do y'all think about it? I thought it was okay. So now what I want to happen with Alexa Bliss now is to see her get revenge on Charlotte. Like I said before, Alexa Bliss getting revenge on Charlotte Flair is needed. It may not happen right now, but it needs to happen eventually, man. So neither did Alexa Bliss or Roxanne Perez win, but they was very impressive in that match. Love how they worked together at the match to hit that flipping power bomb on Naomi and Stephanie Valkyrie. Although Stephanie is one of my favorites, but I knew she wasn't going to win, period, because she just got to the main roster. So they just wanted to put a new face in the women's Money in the Bank match, which was very understandable. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, ain't you the same person that was in Black Couch booking Russell Chat? I think that's you. Okay, okay. Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. So, what was your take on Money in the Bank, man? My main pick was Alexa Bliss. I wanted her to win and become a two-time Money in the Bank winner. And Roxanne Perez had to be my backup pick. But neither of them succeeded. But like I said, they both was very impressive in that match, man. They outdid themselves. And hit the like button for me, Rican's reaction. Rican reaction. When I'm pronounce your name wrong. I thought the show was okay. Yeah. Same thing, a C minus. C minus. But in my book, man, Alexa Bliss and Roxanne Perez stole the show. That's just my opinion. Not to take anything away from the others in that match. And not to be biased either. Although Alexa Bliss is my top favorite female wrestler, and Roxanne Perez is one of my favorites. Stephanie Valkyrie is one of my favorites too, but she wasn't my pick because I knew she wasn't going to win by far. She just got to the main roster. They just wanted to put a new face in the Women's Money in the Bank match, which is definitely would have made sense. But yeah, man, my main pick was Alexa Bliss to become a two-time Money in the Bank winner, and had to have Roxanne Perez as my backup pick. But like I said, neither succeeded, but they was very impressive in this match by far, and To me, they were the most impressive in my book. That's just my opinion. I know your opinion is gonna be different, but it's all good, man. It's all love for we just here to talk about wrestling, man. Not all that people get mad and want to talk shit when people disagree. I didn't get a chance to watch World Collide yet, man. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna eat my dinner and tune in for World Collide. I didn't get a chance to watch World Collide yet. I gotta check it out. Because Lola Vice is one of my favorite female wrestlers, just like Stephanie Valkyrie. They both team together, so I definitely got to see that match. I got to see it for sure. I didn't get a chance to watch World Collide. So don't give me no spoilers, man. Don't give me no spoilers. I hate spoilers. So Naomi won. Naomi won in the bank. So like I said, I you know what I'm saying, I ain't want her to win, but I ain't hating about it either. But I don't think Jade is letting Naomi cash in. I don't see her doing it. I don't want her to cash in on Tiffany Stratton anyway, so I definitely hope Jade stops it. But putting that aside, man, okay, but the next match, La Valkyria versus not Stephanie Valkyria, but Becky Lynch. Okay, my pick in that one was definitely Laura Valkyria. But I'm gonna be honest. Part of me didn't see her winning, retaining the third time. Part of me didn't see her winning against Becky for the third time. I pretty much predicted that Becky Lynch was gonna win the title from Lara because she's never beaten Lara before. She's never beaten Lara Valkyria before. So I pretty much knew that Becky was gonna win this time. And I'm not a fan of Becky Lynch, but I ain't tripping about it. I ain't mad about it. I did want Lara Valkyria to retain it because Lara Valkyria is one of my favorite female wrestlers. I love Lara Valkyria. So Becky Lynch tried to simulate it after a match instead of trying to take her win and go on. She stopped Lara Valkyria. She was a woman of her word. She was a woman of her word, and you know what I'm saying? She shook Becky's hand. She shook Becky's hand, although she didn't want to. She shook her hand. She stood on her word, but Becky Lynch wants to humiliate her. She wants to humiliate her. So Live Valkyria said, fuck it. She snapped and she beat the shit out of Becky. And I enjoyed it. I'm glad she did. Turning on the light out here, y'all. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Let me step into the light. Let me get into the light. Okay, well, Becky won. Becky won, of course, which is I'm not shocked at all. But I did want Live Valkyria to retain. So Becky won this time. Like I said, I pretty much predicted it because Becky has never beaten Live Valkyria before. She's never beaten Lara before. So it happened. So like I said, after the match, Becky Lynch wants to humiliate Live Valkyria. Live Valkyria did what she said she was going to do, and she shook her hand and went on ahead. She was going to go on with the night and accept defeat like a woman. She was going to accept defeat like a woman, but no, Becky wants to rub it in her face by trying to humiliate her. And eventually, Live Valkyria got pissed off, and she beat the shit out of Becky after the match, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every last minute of it. But now this feud is not over. It's not over. It's not over. I think this feud is going to last for a little while, and I really don't mind that because this has been a pretty good feud. This has been a pretty good feud. It can stay a little longer. And the thing is, all right, man. Okay. All right. See you later, man. I try to check you out. I try to check you out if I can. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So this feud should stay for a little longer because Becky said if she lost against Lara, she didn't win, she would stop asking for a rematch. Lara can get a rematch if she wants to. Lara can get a rematch from Becky. So yeah, we can go ahead and make this a third title defense. Yeah, we can make this another rubber match. Why not make it a third rubber match? Yeah, keep this feud going for a little while because it's actually pretty good. But then eventually, if Lara doesn't never win the title back, then like I said, she move on to catching more titles. Because Live Valkyria, man, she's a main event player. She's a main event player for sure. She is a main event player. No doubt about it. She's a main event player. You know, I definitely see her winning the women's world title because she's such a dedicated wrestler. She goes out there and she works. She gets it done. So Lowry, like I said, she's the main event player, man. She's the main event player, and anybody speak different, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Lowry is very underrated. Great in-ring performer. I see her winning the world title for sure. Hell, she might be the person. She might be the person to dethrone Io Sky for the women's world title. I can see that happening. I can see that happening. And Io Sky is one of my favorite female wrestlers, just like Lara Valkyrie is. But I like Lara better. And I see her being the person to dethrone Io Sky for the women's world title. Because I mean that women's unite that women's RC title don't have to be the only title that she has to keep and keep going after. Nah. She can go after other titles. So she's definitely a main event player. So but Lara Valkyrie and Becky Lynch first match at Saturday night's main events was better than this match. It was better. It was better. But Becky won this time, which is I'm not shocked. But it's okay, man. It ain't the end of the world for Lara, man. Lara, she's definitely gonna catch more titles. And I think her next title is gonna be the women's world title. I can see Lara Valkyrie becoming a Grand Slam champion. She's only 28 years old. She's 28 years old, so she still has, you know what I'm saying, um, a career ahead of her. She still got time ahead of her. She still got a bunch of time ahead of her. So it was a good match though. Both women was very impressive. But so it's not over. It's definitely not over. It's not over. Becky's definitely gonna come out there tomorrow and try to call Live Valkyria a sore loser and all that. No, no, Becky, no, Becky. You purposely pushed her over the edge. You purposely pushed her over the edge, and I don't blame her for beating the shit out of you after the match. She was a woman of her word. She was a woman of her word, and she shook your hand, although she didn't want to, because you didn't win. You didn't even win clean, but it's okay. A win is a win. A win is a win. You cheat if you cheat to win. A win is a win. So Becky won regardless. So I'm not here to make excuse because Live Valkyria, you know what I'm saying, lost, and Becky, you know what I'm saying, won in a dirty fashion. A win is a win, just like I said. But Becky's gonna come out there tomorrow trying to call Live Valkyria a sore loser and all that. No, no, Becky, you pushed her over the edge. You pushed her over the edge. And you got exactly what you deserved. But this is not over. It ain't over. Live Valkyria is going to get a third match against Becky. And what I see Lyra doing is constantly pressing Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch don't want to give her a rematch, and Lyra just keeps pressing her buttons, doing stuff to trigger Becky and trigger Becky. I mean, I say Becky, and make Becky give her a rematch, give her a third rematch. Now Becky could retain and move on, and if she does, that's fine. Live Valkyria just move on to capture more titles, and Live Valkyria can move on next to win the big one, and that's the women's world title. Because like I said from the start, you know what I'm saying? Lara Valkyria is a main event player. She's a main event player for sure. No doubt about it. Lara Valkyria, she has it all. She's got the character, the charisma, she has the great in-ring ability, and she's not bad on the mic. She's not bad on the mic. She's not that bad on the mic. I mean, she's not the best, but she's not the worst either. Actually, her promos developed a little bit. So Lara Valkyria is awesome, man. She's an awesome talent. That's why she became one of my favorites. A woman with class that goes out there and wrestle, puts on a great performance. I love female wrestlers like that. And Lara Valkyria is definitely one of them. So putting that match aside, okay, Dominic Mysterio, who the hell? I forgot the name of that Dominic Mysterio, but he had Liv Morgan in his corner. And by the way, I was very excited to see Liv Morgan out there. It's always good to see Liv Morgan at a pay-per-view match. Wish she would have been in Women's Money in the Bank, but like I said, I get it. Of course, she wasn't going to be in it because Stephanie Valkyrie was the obvious choice to win the women's triple threat match and get qualified for Women's Money in the Bank because she was a new face on the main roster, and it would have made perfect sense to put her as a new face in Women's Money in the Bank. Although I like Liv Morgan better than Stephanie Valkyrie, but like I said, it made sense to put Stephanie Valkyrie in the Women's Money in the Bank match so it can be a new face in that match. Although Rhea Ripley didn't need to be in that Women's Money in the Bank match, but she was a new face in that match as well because Rhea Ripley has never been a part of the Women's Money in the Bank match. So I guess that's why they went on to put her in there, although she didn't need to be in there. So in a way, I get it. But it would have been nice to see Tiffany Stratton at Women's Money in the Bank at ringside watching it. But it's all good. Don't worry about it, man. So and they're bringing back the men's and queen of the. Then bringing back the men's King of the Ring tournament and the women's Queen of the Ring tournament. People saying Jade Cargill is going to win it and dethrone Tiffany Stratton for the women's world title. I hope not. If when Tiffany and Jade Cargill face off for the women's world title, Tiffany Stratton needs to retain. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Hate on Tiffany, y'all. Hate on Tiffany Stratton all the fuck you want to. I fuck with her. All this hate with some fans saying they wanted Charlotte Flair to dethrone Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania 41. For what? To go down the same down tunnel with Charlotte Flair getting shoved in our face for the damn a million times as women's world champion? Charlotte Flair is 39 years old. She's had a lot of runs in WWE. In all honesty, she doesn't need to become a 17th time women's world champion. She really doesn't. She's already a step away from 40. She don't have to win a title the 17th time. But who the fuck am I to say this? Because WWE can still do it anyway. And will. I mean, and can. And they will. Whether I like the shit or not. So I don't get upset about it no more. But I'm glad Charlotte Flair didn't win the title at WrestleMania 41. I was happy to see Tiffany Stratton retained. Tiffany Stratton is the hot young talent. Fans can hate on Tiffany Stratton all the fuck they want to. Yeah, Black Couch Book, and I'm gonna mention his name because I was in this chat today, hearing him do Russell talk with some more people that be doing podcasts with him. I commented they were talking about Tiffany Stratton, and I said somebody compared Tiffany Stratton to somebody, And I was just like, Tiffany Stratton is her. And he like, come on, hit man, this and that and the third. No, no try shitting on her. And my whole thing is this: it's the ones like him who shits on Tiffany Stratton, but be the same ones to overhype Mercedes Moné when she is so damn overrated by far. When she is so overrated, Mercedes Moné is highly overhyped. Mercedes Moné, I mean, I said Moné. Mercedes Moné is over. You know what I'm saying? Mercedes Moné is overhyped, and she's overrated. Mercedes Moné is overrated and she's overhyped. She has a cringe ass character. Her character is like a highly paid stripper. Don't even get me started on her shitty ass promos. They're hot garbage. And she is not that good of a damn wrestler. She is not that good of a wrestler. I felt like Black Couch booking, and none of these fans try to make her out to be. Jamie Hayter carried her through that whole match they had at Double or Nothing. Mercedes Moné is a move spammer. That's what she is. She kept spamming the same moves over and over in her and Jamie Hayter's match. Tell me if I'm telling lies. But of course, fans like Black Couch Booking is not going to admit that shit. And I don't have a problem with him because he's following me on Instagram. But I'm here to tell the damn truth. I'm just here to tell the truth. And meant every damn thing I said. A lot of fans overhype her. Mercedes Moné is not the GOAT. She's overrated. That's what she is. And that's a whole fact. Jamie Hayter exposed her in their match they had at Double or Nothing. Jamie Hayter carried Mercedes Moné through that whole damn match. Mercedes Moné, she kept spamming the same move over and over again. Even Walt Clyde Gaming called that shit out, and I said, thank you. I'm glad somebody finally called this bullshit out about about these fans overhyping Mercedes Moné, saying that she's the GOAT and she can wrestle. I'm glad Walt Clyde Gaming called that shit out. Because Mercedes Moné, she's definitely is a move spammer for sure. She does the same moves over and over. What is it really about Mercedes Moné that makes her the GOAT? Toni Storm is 10 times better than Mercedes Moné. And Toni Storm is my top favorite AEW female wrestler. Now I have other favorite female wrestlers in the AEW that I fuck with. Like Anna Jay, Julia Hart, Penelope Ford, Chris Statlander. Yeah, I love all of them. I love all of them, but I like Toni Storm better than all of them. Toni Storm is my top favorite. You know what I'm saying? Toni Storm is my top favorite AEW female wrestler, and in my book, she's the greatest AEW women's champion of all time. I said what I said. That's my opinion, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Thunder Rosa and Indiana Purrazzo are two of my favorites too. But like I said, I like Toni Storm better than all of them. I don't go against Toni Storm for nobody in AEW. That's just my opinion. I'm sure others would think different. Even the ones watching my videos think different. They're gonna have a different point of view, a different opinion. That's fine. But I stand 10 toes down on my opinion about Toni Storm. But people say Mercedes Moné is the GOAT. No, Mercedes Moné ain't shit. She's overrated, overhyped in every which way, and she has a cringe ass character. Like I said, her character's like a damn highly paid stripper, and her promos are fucking garbage, hot garbage. And she's not that good in the ring. She's a move spammer. And I'm pretty sure all this would offend a lot of Mercedes fans, and they will get pissed off and start talking shit to me. But I'm here to tell you, from the bottom of my heart, I give no fucks. Yeah, I said it. I said it because I know a lot of these Mercedes fans are. They tend to get very triggered and talk shit and take it to heart when you talk about Mercedes Benay the way I'm talking about her. They can't take criticism. Now, if you want to support her, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna give my take about her if you ask me. It's just me being honest. My live video is off script. I don't hold no punches. I just tell the damn truth. I'm not here talking about Black Couch booking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not up here talking shit about Black Couch booking. For the most part, I watch his live videos. But some of the stuff he say, I be like, bro, come on now. You shit on the ones like Tiffany Stratton, but you overhype Mercedes Moné to the fullest. And she's overrated. She's highly overrated. Like I said, her character is fucking cringe. It's cringe as fuck. Promos are fucking garbage. And she's a move spammer. She can't wrestle that good. She's a move spammer. And people like him, people like Black Couch Booking give her all this praise. But she is not that good. Toni Storm is by far 10 times better than Mercedes, and it's not even close. And I hope Toni Storm retains against Mercedes Moné at All In. She needs to. Mercedes Moné, she's selfish. She doesn't want to put talent over. So I hope Toni Storm returns the favor and retains that damn AEW Women's Championship. So I hope Toni Storm retains. So yeah, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I hope Toni Storm, you know what I'm saying, returns the, you know what I'm saying, favor and retains that damn AEW Women's Championship at All In, and don't put Mercedes Moné over. Give her a taste of her own medicine. I hope she doesn't. So I can see all these damn Mercedes Moné fans have a complete uproar about it. Because I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I hope Toni Storm retains. No, don't put over Mercedes Moné. She doesn't deserve to get put over. She deserves to get a taste of her own medicine. But back to Money in the Bank results. I got a little off topic a little bit. But back to Money in the Bank. They need to book Tiffany to wrestle more matches a little bit. You know, having to wrestle some more matches, some title defense matches. You know what I'm saying? But either way, man, I don't give a fuck what nobody say about Tiffany Stratton. Like I said, I fuck with her. She's one of my top favorite female wrestlers, and nobody's going to change that. They can hate on her all the fuck they want to. You know, I get hate for supporting Nikita Lyons too. Fuck them. I fuck with Nikita Lyons. Nikita Lyons is one of my favorite female wrestlers, and I hope she wins her first, you know what I'm saying, title at WWE Evolve. Her first women's world title at WWE Evolve. I would rather her win an NXT Women's Championship or the NXT North American Championship, but they sent her off. And some is saying it's a bad thing. I'm not gonna say that because I fuck with Nikita Lyons. And anybody say I like her because she a white girl with a fat ass and all that shit. Look, shut the fuck up. Nikita Lyons is a black belt. I think she does 3 different types of martial arts. And she's also a boxer. So fans that shit on Nikita Lyons is definitely fucking hate. It is hate to the fullest. Cause I think Nikita Lyons is a black belt first and foremost. She's a black belt. and I think she has an M. I think she also has another mixed martial arts, know what I'm saying, fighting style, and she can box. She also know what I'm saying box. She quick as hell with her damn hands. So I find the shit so laughable, know what I'm saying, that a lot of these wrestling fans be shitting on her and say the ones like me who support her and know what I'm saying, she's one of my favorite female wrestlers. She's only one of my favorite female wrestlers because she's a white girl with a fat ass. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Miss me with that bullshit. Cause I just named 3 different types of fighting styles with her. She, like I said, Nikita Lyons is a black belt. I think she's a mixed martial artist, and she also box and quick as hell with her damn hands. All these fans that run their fucking mouth, can they do what she do? Hell no. So they gotta hate on her. They gotta hate, and I find the shit laughable. I find it so laughable because Nikita Lyons is a star. She has star quality. All she needed in NXT, all she needs is the great storyline behind her, period, and she'll go to the moon. Nikita Lyons is a star. All she needs is a great storyline behind her, and she'll go to the moon. She'll go to the moon. So fuck what all these other fans got to say about her. But back to Money in the Bank. So Tiffany Stratton wasn't there last night, but it's cool. But let's go move off to some other matches. Let's go ahead and continue on, man. Uh, who else? Russell, Dominic Mysterio. I think Liv Morgan was so. I mean, it was always good to see Liv Morgan. I saw Liv Morgan there last night, so lit up when I saw her. You know what I'm saying? So Liv Morgan was there. She was in Dominic Mysterio corner. She didn't need to help Dominic win. For the most part, Dominic was handling his in his match. He was handling his in his match for the most part. She didn't need to help him win. I forgot his name who Dominic faced, but Dominic was kicking his ass through the whole match for the most part. She didn't need to help Dominic win. Dominic had it. Dominic had that one in the bag. Dominic had that one in the bag. Liv didn't need to help him win. But she did, so oh well. But all right. So the men's Money in the Bank. It didn't take a rocket science to know what I'm saying, really figure out who was gonna win that match. I know people had their picks on who they wanted to win. Now, who I wouldn't have mind winning it was Penta. Now don't get me wrong, know what I'm saying. I don't have no new current favorite male wrestlers. All of my favorite male wrestlers are legends. Now, don't get me wrong, I got some new current male wrestlers that I like, but they just don't do it for me as being my favorite because, you know what I'm saying, I prefer all my favorite male wrestlers as you know what I'm saying, legends. Yeah, I prefer all my favorite male wrestlers as legends. And then I like old school wrestling the most. Now, the female wrestlers, yeah, that's different. I have plenty of, you know what I'm saying, current new, you know what I'm saying, favorite female wrestlers. But, so yeah. Penta would have been a great choice to win it, but like I said, I pretty much predicted who was going to win. I predicted who was going to win. And I kind of knew that Seth Rollins was going to be the obvious choice to win. But I said if Roman Reigns returns, he's going to screw Seth Rollins and, you know what I'm saying, and stop Seth Rollins from winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. And that's what I wanted to see happen. Because Seth Rollins is, you know what I'm saying, a hypocrite. But unfortunately, Roman Reigns didn't return last night because if Roman Reigns would have returned last night, Seth Rollins wouldn't have won that briefcase. Roman Reigns would have screwed Seth Rollins and stopped him from winning that, you know what I'm saying, briefcase. And Solo Sikoa would have been the person who would have won. But unfortunately, last night, Jacob Fatu turned on Solo, which is I knew that was going to happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? I already predicted it. I said either Solo turns on Jacob Fatu or Jacob Fatu turns on Solo. And last night, Jacob Fatu was the one to pull the trigger on Solo and turned on him and screwed him and caught and stopped him from winning the match. He punched him pretty bad. Yeah, he did. Jacob Fatu did Solo dirty, but you know that is not far from over because Solo is coming for Jacob Fatu. So that's going to be a great, interesting, you know what I'm saying, heated feud. But what I see happening also, we're going to get the return. We're going to get the return of Tama Tonka and Tongaloa. And they're also going to turn on Solo Sikoa and team up with Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu is going to officially have his own faction. And he's going to lead. So that means, so that leaves Solo outnumbered. Because the only person Solo got on his, you know what I'm saying, squad is JC Mateo. So the third person who know what I'm saying, who know what I'm saying, I see that so the third person who I see that might join, know what I'm saying, Solo is Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy Uso is also the person who I see dethroning Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. I see Jimmy Uso winning his first singles championship as the United States champion, and that will be a great call. Don't know how anybody else feels about that, but Jimmy Uso is definitely going to win his first, you know what I'm saying, singles championship, and it's going to be the United States Championship. Well, I see it. He might not, but I'm also see him winning it from Jacob Fatu. So we're gonna see how that all plays out. Because I think Jimmy got Jacob Fatu number and going to be the guy to dethrone Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship, and it will be a great call. That would be such a great call. But yeah, so this is definitely not over by far between Jacob Fatu and Solo. Solo Sikoa is definitely coming for Jacob Fatu. This is going to be a great heated feud. So putting that aside, Seth Rollins wins. I'm not shocked at all. A lot of people really didn't like it. People didn't like it. I'm not shocked at all he won. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like I said before, people said I've seen people in Black Couch Booking chat saying that Seth Rollins was going to cash in on John Cena. No, I don't see it that way. What I see is Cody Rhodes is going to win the title back from John Cena. We all know that. Cody Rhodes wins the title back from John Cena. Then Seth Rollins comes out of nowhere and cashes in on Cody Rhodes. Because let's not forget, Seth Rollins has never beaten Cody Rhodes before in a one-on-one match. Cody Rhodes is the guy that got Seth Rollins' number. The last three times that Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes fought, Cody Rhodes beat him all three times. And I know that has stuck, and that has stuck with Seth Rollins for a long time. So when Cody Rhodes wins the title back from John Cena, possibly at SummerSlam, that's when Seth Rollins sets his eyes on Cody Rhodes. But he does it when Cody Rhodes is not at least expecting it. He's going to do it when Cody Rhodes is not expecting it. And that will be a great choice. Because Seth Rollins needs to get a win over Cody Rhodes. It needs to happen. So Seth Rollins ain't one of my favorites, but I'm just saying that, you know, Seth Rollins needs to get a win over Cody Rhodes. But yeah, after Cody wins the title from John Cena, John Cena is going to turn back into a babyface again, and then probably go ahead and give a farewell to the whole crowd that he's now leaving WWE and he's going to no longer be competing, you know what I'm saying, and the, you know what I'm saying, company no more. You know what I'm saying? He's going to finally go ahead and part ways with WWE or whatever. He's going to no longer be wrestling. And you know, he give a shot. He give a free. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go reach out to the crowd, give a huge apology to the crowd, and the crowd forgives them. Probably shake hands with Cody Rhodes, whatnot, and then they both part ways. You know what I'm saying? They part ways, and John Cena probably go off to the sunset of, you know what I'm saying, wrestling, and he start back doing movies again. And every blue moon, every now and then he'll pop up into WWE just to get a reaction out of the crowd. Something like that. And then when Cody wins the title from John Cena, then I see Seth Rollins coming out of nowhere. Seth Rollins' theme music hit, and he goes to the ring. He goes to the ring, and he puts Cody Rhodes on notice just like that. He could also do that. He could come out there when John Cena and Cody Rhodes buried the hatchet after Cody winning the title back from John Cena. John Cena apologized and buried the hatchet with Cody Rhodes and apologized to the crowd and everybody. And then when John Cena and Cody Rhodes shake hands, you know what I'm saying, and put their beef aside, that's when Seth Rollins comes out there and he puts Cody Rhodes on notice. He puts him on notice. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is they attack John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins hit Cody Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? Seth Rollins hits Cody Rhodes with a curve stomp and put him on notice to tell him that he's coming for his title. And then when Cody Rhodes at least expected, Seth Rollins cashes in on him. Seth Rollins cashes in on him eventually. So I see Seth Rollins being the guy to cash in on Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes win the title back from John Cena. Seth Rollins cashing in on, you know what I'm saying, Jay, and winning it from Jay, to me it's too obvious. Cause they already done had a feud. He don't really gain nothing in my book from, you know what I'm saying, cashing in on Jay Uso. He would gain a little more from cashing in on Cody Rhodes, being that he's never beaten Cody Rhodes in a one-on-one match. Tell me if I'm telling lies here, man. So no, he don't need to cash in on John Cena. Cody is the guy he need to cash in on. That's who he's never beaten before. John Cena, Seth Rollins and John Cena, they already had chemistry back in the day. We've seen all Seth Rollins and John Cena matches and feuds way back in 2014. He don't really gain anything from cashing in on John Cena. He would gain a lot more from cashing in on Cody. Like I said, when Cody wins the title back from John Cena, Seth Rollins needs to cash in on Cody. Seth Rollins needs to cash in on Cody because he would gain a lot more from that. Rather than cash in on somebody that he already used to wrestle back in the day, had plenty of feuds with, and also had great chemistry with. So Cody needs to be the guy that Seth Rollins cashes in on. He's not going to gain anything like that from cashing in on Jay. He's not going to gain anything like that from cashing in on Jay Uso. Cody Rhodes needs to be the guy that Seth Rollins needs to cash in on when Cody wins the title back. So yeah, man, it needs to happen. That would make more sense. It would make more sense for Seth Rollins to cash in on Cody Rhodes, being that's the guy that he's never beaten before in a one-on-one match. It will make more sense for Seth to cash in on Cody because he's never, like I said, he's never beaten Cody before. He's never beaten Cody. Cody is the guy that got Seth's number. Cody is the guy that got Seth's number. Seth has never beaten him. So it will make more sense for Seth Rollins to cash in on Cody and to throw on Cody Rhodes, and pin Cody Rhodes for the first time to win, the title from Cody. That would make a lot more sense. Rather than have him cash in on Jay Uso or John Cena. He won't really gain anything from that. Kind of would be him going down in the same tunnel. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down, man. Thanks everybody for commenting and sharing your thoughts or whatever. So I give Money in the Bank a C at best. It was okay. It wasn't all that good. It wasn't all that good. Seth Rollins winning the Money in the Bank was somewhat predictable, and he the guy. He the guy to win it. So let's talk about the tag team match, and I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I got to let my phone charge. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some dinner and watch NXT World Collide because I never got a chance to watch NXT World Collide. So let's talk about the tag team match. Logan Paul and John Cena versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Main event match of the night. It was a great match. It was a great match. But it was a great back and forth match. Near fall in every match, whatnot. But Logan Paul was the most impressive one in that match. When he hit that springboard move so off the apron on Jey Uso through the table, that was the best part of the match for sure. That was the best part of the match. But I'm not every Logan Paul was the best one. But the other guys was impressive, but not as good as not as Logan Paul. Logan Paul, no, I'm saying the best, but Logan Paul, he paid for trying to show out. Put the camera trying to show out, and Jey Uso capitalized. I mean, Cody Rhodes capitalized and suplexed him off the top rope on camera. And Jey Uso hit him with a Uso splash off the top rope on the camera. So he got embarrassed right there. He got embarrassed trying to show off. You don't do that. When you wrestle in the match, stay on top of your opponent. Don't show off because that's how you get showed up. And the opponent that you took lightly can upset you. They win and that becomes the most stunning upset of their career. And they get noticed for that. Then you be beside yourself pissed off because you didn't take them seriously. But it was a great back and forth match between all four competitors, you know what I'm saying, this tag team match at Money in the Bank. But we got a shocking return. R-Truth returned last night. We got R-Truth back in the building, man. So I guess WWE decided, you know what I'm saying, take consideration and bought back R-Truth throughout the fans, you know what I'm saying, saying that we want truth. All the hashtag we want truth and all the fans, you know what I'm saying, kept saying we want truth. So R-Truth is officially back, and he came out of nowhere last night and he hit John Cena with the, you know what I'm saying, his world title. Huh? Hold on. And the mug R-Truth had on his face, man, like he changed. He's no longer that same, you know what I'm saying, goofy R-Truth, the delusional R-Truth. So it looks like he's going back to the serious R-Truth. And we all know the serious R-Truth is no fucking joke. So glad to see him back. And this is going to be a great heated feud between R-Truth and John Cena. We all know R-Truth and John Cena had great chemistry back in the day. We all know John Cena and R-Truth had great truth back in the day. And this is going to be a great feud. So being that Cody's in the middle, that's kind of going to have conflict between R-Truth and Cody. So we're going to see how that plays out. But I'm happy to see R-Truth back. And this is definitely going to be a strong heated feud between John Cena and R-Truth. It's going to cook for sure because they had great chemistry back in the day. What's going on, Devon Daily, man? You caught me at the last minute, man. I'm about to go ahead and get up out and shut this thing down. Thanks everybody for commenting, sharing your thoughts. And when I shut this video down, just check out my live stream later on, Devon Daily. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Hitman D, and I'm going to sign out.